Magali, ¿cómo se va? Très bien, merci.
Spontanément évoqué le souvenir de la demi-finale l'an dernier au Parc des Princes où le Parc avait
Hakimi
très envie
said that
d'aider le
last
PSG
year
à se hisser en finale.
the
Est-ce que
atmosphere
vous
was
aidez de ce
crazy
souvenir de
and
l'an dernier
tried
qui était
to
un peu frustrant
help
pour mieux aborder ce
the
rendez-vous demain?
PSG go to
Merci.
final? It was really frustrating. So do you use it for tomorrow's game?
Bonjour à tous.
Hello, everyone.
No. No uso nada en especial. Se
No,
trata
I don't
de
use
vivir
anything in particular.
una fecha especial como será el partido de mañana de la misma manera que hemos hecho hasta ahora. Creo que esa es la mentalidad que tiene que tener el equipo. Estamos aquí por méritos propios, por lo que hemos hecho a lo largo de toda la temporada, de manera merecida, y falta jugar el segundo partido de la semifinal. Hemos ganado el primer partido, el objetivo que tenemos ahora es intentar ganar el segundo.
Bonjour, Arnaud Matteoli, France Télévisions. C'est le retour demain de Mikel Arteta au Parc des Princes. Vous l'avez connu joueur, il est entraîneur. Quel regard vous portez sur l'évolution et sur la personne de Mikel Arteta?
What is your assessment on who Arteta is?
Mikel, tuve la suerte de coincidir con él hace muchos años cuando yo era jugador, él era muy jovencito.
No, Mikel, when I was a player, he was a very young player. We were together in Barcelona, and I keep
con carácter fuerte, con personalidad y un gran entrenador. Ha sido un gran jugador, es un gran entrenador,
very great personality. He was a great player,
and
he is now a great coach.
En el Arsenal, que tiene un equipo claramente con una evolución muy positiva que va mejorando aspectos del juego. Ahora ya es evidente que le deseo lo mejor, pero no para el partido de mañana y creo que es evidente que el partido será complicado y una eliminatoria complicada porque lo fue el primer partido, lo será también el segundo.
And the tie is not over and it's going to be difficult tomorrow.
Bonjour coach, Vincent Duluc à l'équipe. Est-ce que vous avez le sentiment d'avoir construit cette année une équipe qui vous ressemble mieux et qui vous donne un peu plus confiance qu'il y a un an avant la demi-finale retour contre Dortmund?
A much better collective than last year against Dortmund.
Creo que esto lo comentamos incluso antes de la semifinal. Es normal en un proceso de construcción de un equipo que
it's normal in a process of building a team. The first year generally is not completely perfect. There are still things to observe, and in the second year you grow more in terms of football, but also in terms of confidence and resources. And our objective in years to come is to get even better and to improve this team. And in that sense, I think we are going through a really big evolution, and that's our objective. And we want to continue improve from last year. Would you say that this season the midfield was your best success in terms of the volume of the game and how they recover the ball?
Sinceramente creo que no hay una sola línea del equipo para mí que destaque por encima de la otra.
I don't think there's just one line in the team that is superior to the others.
Y que independientemente del jugador que falte,
that's what's good with this team. Independently of whoever is missing, the whole team
competente como para competir.
Is really up to compete whatever the game. We don't just speculate anything, calculate. We always try to repeat the same gameplay, and be it in the Parc des Princes or away, and that's not easy. It's not easy to do. It requires a team with a lot of character, following the principle of games. And even if we have a little advantage, or against Brest, for instance, where we led 3-0, but we don't really calculate anything. Yes, it's a semi-final against Arsenal, who is one goal down. Of course, it's complicated, but we'll try to repeat what we've done. What we've done from the very first day. We will repeat all the aspects of the game, aggressiveness, control. These are aspects of the game that we try to repeat over and over again. And with these players that I have that are really good, I'm really happy with what I see. How is Ousmane Dembélé? He has trained for 2 days now. How did you find him? And can he be in the starting 11 tomorrow? Yes, he's been training for 2 days with us. You have seen that in the training that was open to the public, and he's available for tomorrow. We can see an evolution of like the general audience feeling for Paris. It's the club of the capital, so maybe the rest of France is not really liking this team, and we can see that evolving, and maybe it's linked to what you do. A bit more collective, a bit less stars, and maybe also your personality. The fact that you're very open with supporters, that you're coming, cycling here. It's an image that is a bit less bling bling, a bit more humble. So is it something that you feel? Is it nice for you? Is it a satisfaction for you?
Bueno, lo de la bici tampoco tiene mucho mérito. Hay solo 9 kilómetros de mi casa al campus. O sea, lo puede hacer cualquier
Coming
persona.
cycling is just 9 kilometers, so well, it's not really an exploit to do that, but it's just that last year we had a lot of good comments on how they behave in the competition, and it's always been one of my objectives is offer my supporters something attractive, distracting, entertaining, because football is entertainment. They want to enjoy when they go to the cinema, to the theater, and it's the same in a stadium. So I think we've managed to do that. We've succeeded. And if people are happy and say good things about us, and if the good comments come also from people that are not just supporters, it's even better. We're happy with that. It's something that is very positive because it's a sport, and in the sport, the most important is the values of the sport. We talk a lot about Ousmane Dembélé as somebody with a lot of instinct, but we talk a bit less about his science of the game. Is it something we underestimate, or do you speak a lot with this? Do you speak a lot with him about this tactical aspect of the game?
Ousmane
Dembélé has a great past footballistically. I think he really learned from many clubs. His experience in Barcelona was very useful, simply because he just worked with players that were great and with a philosophy that is very similar to the one that we have. We talk about a lot of things with him, and especially having to change strategically in terms of the spaces that are open, and so we want to find the players that will create this imbalance and that will pose problems to the opponent. Tonight, there's the other semi-final between Inter and Barcelona. Who is your favorite? And is there one of the team that you would like to meet in the final? I'm already sweating just thinking about the semi-final, so no, I just have this objective. We're here for the rest. We'll see what happens. If we're there, it's good. If not, well, we'll wish the best to the others. I have a past that I'm very proud of, and this love I have for Barcelona will never go away. What would be the key to this semi-final, to the second leg against Arsenal?
Pues es una muy buena pregunta porque no lo sé.
That's a great question because I have no idea.
Pero
There are
creo que
plenty of
mostrar
key parts
la línea en la que
to
nosotros
this.
jugamos confianza
I think
con
that
nuestros aficionados en el Parque de los
showing the
Príncipes,
way
que
we
todos
can
sabemos
play,
el
being
ambiente que se vive en
confident
estas
in our
noches allí,
stadium, with the
la confianza que
support,
nuestros
with this atmosphere in
supporters
this
tienen
type
en
of games,
nosotros,
this
intentar
confidence
devolvérsela
the
en
supporters
esfuerzo,
gave us, we
en
have to try
inteligencia
to give it
emocional,
back
es
in
decir,
terms of
saber que el partido va a
effort,
tener
in
fases
terms of
en las que vamos a
emotional
sufrir,
intelligence.
porque el rival ahora
Yes,
mismo
there will be
no está
phases where we
con un
suffer,
resultado
that's clear.
favorable, y porque va a ser un partido
Of course,
como fue
Arsenal
la
didn't
ida
get a
de
first
igualdad
result that was
máxima.
positive,
Con lo cual,
so
la
it's
clave
going
cuál
to
va a ser,
be
no lo sé,
tough.
pero hay pequeños detalles que hay que intentar controlar.
It's going to be
Creo
a
que
pretty equal
nos tenemos que
game.
acercar
There are
mucho
things
al
that we can
rendimiento
control,
de la ida para
and I
poder
think
tener
we have
éxito en la
to
vuelta
try
y ser
to
fieles a
get
nuestra idea que
the
creo que es lo que nos ha
maximum
llevado
of
hasta aquí.
performance, just like in the first leg, and keep our ideas.
Una vez dijo cuando estaba en Barcelona que bastaba
You said
llegar
that
al
when
vestiario
you
y
were in
decir
Barcelona,
abracadabra y que la mágica estaba hecha. Y ahora dicen que
that you just have to get in the dressing room and you just say abracadabra and it would work. So is it the same kind of thing here? Is there an exaggeration of the role of the coach on the team? Of course, all the coaches have an impact on their team. That's obvious. What they want to transmit to the team. During all my career, I've tried to say that I have a very good level of players, of course, and in each club I'm trying to bring some growth and improvement individually and collectively. I never change the way I manage a team, whether there are stars or not in the team. My work stays the same. We want the best versions of these players, especially collectively.
Bonjour Luis, Gina Diaris pour Foot National. Pour revenir sur les
To
clés
come back to the keys of this game, do you think that the handling of transitions will be important because Arsenal will have to play high, so we can maybe use that? Yes, of course, the result will change a little bit the way they play. The first leg and second legs don't look the same, especially when it's not a draw in the first leg. Of course, it's going to change the attitude of the teams. What does it mean? That the game tomorrow can change in terms of tendency. We have to play our game. We will not be kind of speculating beforehand. And we will just use our strength, and if it doesn't happen the way we want, we'll try to compete the best we can and behave the way we have in London. If you think that it's going to be the same as the first leg, it's not going to be. So we're a day before a very, very great game. There were video, I think, preparation, physical preparation. So just one day before the game, what is your attitude? Do you try to motivate a lot your players, try to take out the pressure from the players? No, I think that it's quite simple. It's simpler than what you say. It's just our daily routine. We just do as usual. We talked about what we could do in terms of attack and defense. With Rafael Ball, we talked about what we could do better than in the first game, so that we can see that in the video moments analysis, and then focus on improving things on the pitch. And then we just try to start the game with fluidity. We are there because there was a lot of work beforehand during all season. There's not special or particular to do apart from resting and trying to enjoy your family and trying to enjoy what's happening before the game and during the match, and if possible after the game.
Sky Sports in the UK. May I have an answer in English? By the time you leave the stadium after the game, it'll be maybe midnight, maybe after midnight. That will be your birthday, May the 8th. happy birthday for Thursday. How much of a birthday present would it be to get this team to a Champions League final based on everything you've achieved in your career?
Okay, thank you for the celebration. I have to say that I'm all enough, like to don't think about too much in my happy anniversary. But okay, it was the same moment like last year against Dortmund. It was rest day, 8th of May, and it was a very nice day. But I have the same opportunity to have a great day after the match, and I hope that is going to happen. But I don't know. If it is not, I am sure that I'm going to accept that with normality and no problem. I'll try to enjoy the match with my players, trying to give my best character and my best mentality to try to win the match. That's the goal.
Luis, also a question in English from the BBC. You talk about the evolution of this team, but this season, was there what we would call a eureka moment where you thought it's all come together? Was that the Manchester City match? And if so, what do you think it was that brought that eureka moment about?
No, to be honest, that's the match against Man City was special, of course, because it was a moment of real problems during the match. But at the end, we solved that in a great way. But I think I feel confident about my players, about the team from the day one, I have to say. Last year, it was for me a special year, first year in a new club, with many different things, with a lot of new players, and I have to say that I felt that confidence in the team from the day one.
Hello, Luis. Good afternoon. A question from Setanta Sports. I want to ask about a particular player, which is Huicha Kvaratskhelia. When he arrived, what were your expectations, and what is the reality now since you've been working with him for 5 months already?
I think after the options that we could sign Kvaratskhelia 1 or 2 years ago, 1 or 2 seasons ago, and we couldn't do it. We know him perfectly very well, the condition. He's a young player, but with a lot of experience at the same time, which is difficult to have in a player, in a striker like him. And okay, I have to say it's normal at the beginning for a player who changed the country, who changed the football, to adapt, but it's normal and it's usual. I have to say that he was in that process a very open mind person, and now he's one of the players who play more or less each match, and his quality is above the level. He's a player with a lot of skills, and I'm very happy with his performance on and off the ball, which is different when you play sometimes in different clubs. Here we need to be competitive on and off the ball, and I think he's going to adapt so fast, and we are very happy to having him here in Paris. Okay.